Every contractor I've met thinks they're running their business. But here's the truth. If you're spending your days putting out fires, answering emergency calls, and fixing problems that already happened, your business is running you. Today, we're talking about the difference between proactive and reactive construction management and why getting this wrong is quietly killing your company. What's going on, everyone? My name is Joel Lipsky, construction business owner, advocate, and educator. I spent the last 20 years in the construction industry, on the job site and in the trenches, building companies, leading teams, and learning lessons the only way it's earned in this industry, through experience. I'm here to share tips, tricks, and other hard lessons that I learned straight from the job site that allow me to run my construction company successfully. Not just how to build better projects, but how to run a better business. If you're a construction leader ready to operate with clarity instead of chaos, you're in the right place. Like, share, subscribe. Let's jump into it. Let me paint two pictures for you. Contractor A wakes up every morning and already knows what's happening that day. His team knows their assignments. Materials are on the job site. Submittals are approved. Invoices are being sent out. He's already thinking about what needs to happen 3 weeks from now. Contractor B wakes up and checks his phone before his feet hit the floor. 3 missed calls, a text from his superintendent saying materials didn't show. One of his subcontractors didn't show up that day. His day is already blown before it even started. Now, which one sounds familiar? I'm not here to judge. I've been in both positions. But I'll tell you this, one of those contractors is building a business. The other one is just surviving. And the difference isn't luck. It isn't resources. It isn't experience. It's management style, proactive versus reactive. That's it. Let's talk about reactive management first because I want you to recognize it. Reactive management is when you are already responding to what already happened instead of preventing it from happening in the first place. Here's what it looks like in the real world. You find out that some material is missing from the job site that day that's supposed to be installed. Not 2 weeks before, that day. You find out a subcontractor is behind schedule when the general contractor is calling you, not because you were tracking it. You're hiring someone in a panic because your best guy just walked off the job and you have no pipeline of candidates. You're fixing a scope issue in the field that should have been caught in the contract review. You're answering the same question 10 times a day because there's no system, no process, and no documentation. That's reactive management. And here's what nobody talks about. It's exhausting. I don't care what business you're in. Reacting all the time will burn you out. 100%. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. In construction, when the stakes are high, the schedules are tight, and the margins are thin, reactive management just doesn't slow you down. It costs you money. It costs you your clients, and eventually it will cost you your business and reputation. I want to take you back early in my career. I worked for Turner Construction right out of college. For those who don't know, Turner Construction is one of the largest and most respected general contractors in the United States. Major projects, high standards, zero tolerance for disorganization. I was on the ground overseeing multiple subcontractors across multiple large-scale projects. And I'll tell you something I observed that has never left me. Best subcontractors, the one Turner kept calling back over and over again, the ones who never got beat up in meetings, the ones whose work was always on schedule, they all had one thing in common. They were proactive. Good leader, good crew, good systems, good planning and execution. But here's what really stood out to me. The best foremen I worked with weren't thinking about the next week. They weren't even thinking about the next 2 weeks. They were 2 months ahead of their work. 2 months. And that was not by accident. That was discipline. And here's what that actually looked like on the job site. They were reviewing drawings early, not the night before the installation, weeks and months before. They were studying the drawings, understanding what was coming, and identifying conflicts before they came problems in the field, giving the architects plenty of time to respond back in a timely manner, not rushed. They were developing material lists in advance. They knew exactly what they needed in what quantities and when they needed it to be on their job site. No guessing, no scrambling. They were securing that material and ensuring timely delivery. They weren't calling in orders last minute and hoping for the best. They were coordinating with suppliers ahead of time so materials showed up exactly when it was supposed to. And they were showing up to look ahead meetings and actually contributing to the conversation, coordinating with other trades, identifying conflicts before they hit the field, communicating. And the result, their work output reflected it every single time. Clean installs, minimal RFIs, no scheduled delays, no panic. That experience shaped the way I think about management to this day. The best operators in this industry are never surprised. So if proactive management is clearly better, why do so many contractors stay stuck in reactive mode? A few reasons. Number one, they never built systems. When you don't have systems, you can't get ahead. You're relying on memory, on people, and luck. And when something breaks, and it always does, you're scrambling. Systems create consistency. Consistency creates control. Control gives you the ability to be proactive. Number two, they're too deep in the work. A lot of contractors are so busy doing the work that they never have time to plan the work. They're on the tools, on the phone, on the job site, in their truck all day, every day. There's no time to look ahead because they can't get their head up long enough to see what's coming. Number three, they mistake being busy for productivity. Being busy feels like progress. Sometimes it's not. Running around, putting out fires all day feels like hustle. But at the end of the day, what did you actually move forward? What did you actually build? Did it get built efficiently or not? Staying busy without direction is just chaos with a hard hat on. Four, they'd never been taught anything different. A lot of contractors learned from someone who was reactive. So reactive became the normal. It became the culture, and culture is hard to break without intentional effort. So let's talk about what you can actually do, because I'm not here just to tell you what's wrong. I'm here to help you fix it. Step one, implement a look ahead schedule. Every week, you should be looking at least 3 to 4 weeks ahead. What's happening? What needs to be ordered? What needs to be coordinated? What approvals are pending? Get this into a weekly rhythm. Make it a non-negotiable. Step two, build a material tracking system. Know what's been ordered, what's been delivered, and what's still pending at all times. This doesn't have to be complicated. A spreadsheet works. A project management tool works. What doesn't work is keeping it in your head or on a napkin in your car. Step three, hold regular coordination meetings. I can't stress this one enough. Not just when there's a problem. Proactively hold these meetings weekly with your superintendents, with your foreman, with your project managers. Get everyone on the same page, in the same room, or on the same call, and talk about what's coming. Identify issues before they hit the field. Step four, review your drawings early and often. Don't wait until you're about to install something to read the drawings. Your team should be studying what's coming weeks in advance, identifying conflicts, asking questions, and submitting RFIs before they become delays, giving the architects enough time to respond back without pressure. Step five, build a culture of anticipation. This is a big one. Proactive management isn't just a process. It's a mindset. It's a culture. Your team needs to understand that the expectation is to get ahead of your problems, not react to them. That starts with you as a leader, setting that standard every single day. Let me be direct with you for a second. Reactive management is expensive. It costs you in overtime when the work has to get done in a rush. The materials you order at the last minute are likely marked up even higher. It costs you in rework when problems that should have been caught early get found late. It costs you in relationships with clients and general contractors when they lose confidence in your ability to execute. And it costs you something you can never get back, your energy. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. Reacting all the time will burn you out, period. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care how long you've been doing it in this industry. Nobody can sustain that pace forever. The contractors who last, the ones who build real companies, the ones who scale, they figure out how to get ahead of their business before their business gets ahead of them. Nothing is worse than your company running you. You should be running your company. So here's what I want to leave you with today. Ask yourself honestly, are you proactive or reactive right now? Not what you want to be, not what you aspire to be. Where are you actually today? Because you can't fix something you haven't acknowledged. If you're reactive right now, that's fine. That's most contractors. But now you know what it looks like, why it happens, and what you can do about it. Start small. Pick one thing from today's video, implement a look ahead, build a material log, or start holding coordination meetings on a regular basis. Get one step ahead, then another, then another. That's how you shift from chaos to control. That's how you stop reacting and start leading. That's how you build a construction company that works for you instead of one that works you into the ground. If this hit home, like the video, share it with a contractor who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more content just like this. We're just getting started. I'll see you on the next one.